Hey everyone, my name is Joeypals and welcome to episode number 9 of Speedy Pit How To. This is a video series where I teach you how to best speedrun V chapters in Kid Icarus Uprising. Today on the table is one of the longest chapters, Chapter 9, Medusa's Final Battle. And there is a lot that goes on in this chapter. There's multiple boss fights, including one that's in the air section, which we'll cover when we get to there. But basically, there's a whole bunch that we gotta do, so instead of me babbling, let me just go ahead and show you guys with the first steps. So as we land, there's going to be 3 split pathways. These split pathways go to 3 bosses. You can take them on in whichever order you want. I personally like to go in chapter order, so if you head to the right here, well, first of all, take a look at the statues. You got Twin Bellows here, you got Pandora there, and you got the Hydra over there. But anyway, let's go ahead and just dash into here. So let me go ahead and just take it again from the stairs. So it would have been here, look out on everything, and then dash over here. Now, these 3 areas are just mini sections of the chapters that the boss is based on. Some of the areas may look a little different, either because they're flipped, or because they're entirely different layouts. So just try to avoid the enemies best you can. In this case, I kind of didn't dash appropriately, so I ended up in that corner. Fortunately, we didn't get attacked. We're going to try to avoid the Clubber Skull, run forward, and do the Lightning of Judgment. Eventually, it'll work out to where he could just be fine. With this section here, we have to try to get all the way to the top of these stairs to get an Exo Tank. And that Exo Tank is going to carry us the rest of the way up the stairs. As you can see, these stairs are a lot bigger than the ones you find in Chapter 1. You just take the Exo Tank up, though, and depart right about there. And the rest of this is going to be handled on foot, because even though the Exo Tank does more damage, the arrows of light end up just hitting more quicker. So it's easier to just take on enemies this way. And then once those are gone, you're just going to dash straight back, and you're going to fight Twin Bellows. Should be pretty easy to take down, all things considered, because we're on 0.0. After you finish up with that, the statue will crumble, and there will be 2 pathways left to take.
I'm back at the castle entrance.
I like heading to the left after that, so we're going to go and take on Hydra section. With Hydra section, what we're going to want to do is just basically hug the right wall. And that'll make sure we can get to the jump pad without getting tired. So just come here, hop down, avoid the scuttler. You're going to come in here. Then dash forward to the jump pads. There is an ether rain, but again, exact same thing. Arrows of light just do more quicker, so I would just focus on the round area. Here's more of a little snake monsters, and there's that little bomb as well if you want to use it. And then there's these, which fortunately with a back dash attack, it's pretty easy. Then there's this area, which is water-based, but the water only slows you down just a little bit. Go ahead and do a forward dash charge shot there, and then just dash through those enemies. And then there's the Hydra. Hydra dives really, really early here, so just try and wait for the... It's a little bit of RNG with the orange orbs, unfortunately, so you just have to keep firing, hoping that there's one that lands right on Hydra. And then wait for him to come back up, and fire. Alright, That just leaves one more area, and this last area is probably the trickiest, simply because there's more to do than just run, defeat some enemies, and be done. In Pandora's door, there's a maze. So, what you're going to start with is this room here. Obviously, you can't go out this door. These will hurt you. If you sit around long enough, there's a souffle that pops in. But you just want to go through this yellow wall here.
It'll take more than some fake spikes to stop me.
And then dash over here. And now we have this. So you're going to hug to the right here. And then you're going to go through that door. And through this door, there's going to be another warp panel to your left.
All kinds of turns around.
You seem to be passing between the floor and ceiling.
Now, as you'll notice, I'm running towards that next yellow panel. Or rather, dash attacking. And that's simply because this area is just really, really long.
Closer to getting out of this place.
You attack that switch, dash back. That Orn doesn't appear when you have your regular weapons. So don't worry too much about it. And then there's this room. We passed the Cherubot, which is kind of the exact same situation as the other two rooms. It's definitely more powerful, but in terms of speed, honestly, just stick to the Aerosol Lights. Because as you'll notice, even if I'm focusing on one enemy, it just ends up hitting a couple other ones at the same time. Alright, and with those enemies defeated, we just have to go across this bridge here. Let's go kick Pandora's booty.
Pandora, ready for round two?
Seems Medusa couldn't make her.
And there is the defeated Pandora. Once all three of them are defeated, there's going to be a pathway that opens up right behind you.
Then it's time to
And there's going to be another enemy gauntlet. There's going to be two of these Scuttler Cannoneers, so take those out. And then there's an Anthony and Tim, just melee it back.
Meleeing the little enemies into the big enemy will make things easier for you.
We're going to want to pick up this little spike ball here. I mean, it just makes things a little bit easier for the Super Scuttler.
Flies respond to
You could just do that, so it's a little quicker. Then got a lightweight, because this is a long hallway here, so just go ahead and use the lightweight as you dash through. You're gonna dash through a fire here. And then there's another suit of Scuttler. Fortunately, the homing shots, well, the shots on the bows when they're charged, they have pretty solid homing capabilities.
shut your mouth, Medusa.
So that works out pretty nicely.
It's nothing like you. Who turns people to stone and poisons the rivers?
I wish there was a quicker way to do this part, simply because there's 3 enemies that you need hit.
Lady Palutena,
But
you're the one responsible for all
just as long as you're keeping on top of it, you should be good.
is how you manage
And then there's this good old-fashioned Clever Skull. Just as long as you keep your distance, should be easy. Alright, let's dash up here.
Your mind isn't all there anymore.
And then there's a grind rail.
You sense that your life force is weaker than it used to be. Twin bellows.
Now, there's never we can really do on this grind rail, and it's a pretty long grind rail, so let's just wait it out. There are a couple enemies we can defeat, though, so let's just go ahead and do that for the hearts. Doing this chapter on 0.0 costs about 2,000 hearts.
What matters is why.
And in fact, I did record this section earlier, but lo and behold, I forgot to turn on the microphone. So I ended up losing all the hearts, and I had to sell a couple weapons that we've gotten along the way just so I could do it again in 0.0. But as you can see, even after everything we've done, and even after the entire air section, I still haven't made up the hearts. So, yeah. I started this with 80. Then we just dash across this.
I can sense you getting close to it.
There's nowhere left for you to run.
You know, I'm very much looking
Boom.
forward to your arrival. I feel like Rapunzel waiting for her prince.
She is not Rapunzel.
Break it to you, but those aren't exactly golden locks on your head.
And you're not exactly a brave hero.
Alright. Just gotta keep running. Here we're gonna hug this left wall. You are gonna get a little tired, but just as long as you have a grind rail, you're fine.
I don't think so.
And then we're gonna come to this platform over here. There's gonna be 2 sets of flamethrowers. And then also 2 boogeties that are standing right in front of that door. So just get close to the boogeties, and then a dash attack. Well, not dash, charge attack. That was a little sloppy on my part. I need to back up just a little bit more. In this room, there's this little panel. You hit that, and there's going to be an invisible pathway that lights up. So just go ahead and do that. You're gonna want to be a little careful here, just to make sure you don't run over the sides, like I almost did like twice. And then in this room, there's a lovely flame diamond, or whatever it's called. So just hit that, that'll open up. So take and dash up here.
There are hidden platforms.
And then it's the same thing with that purple tile, except now there is platforms to jump off of. In this part, there's 2 separate pathways. While that way is technically quicker, you need to be... I want to say you need to be in like a certain weapon class and having enough speed to where you can jump over that. And we ain't got time to deal with that, so we're just going to take the way that I've known, and also the way that is the easiest to just get onto this platform.
It's a temporal wizard.
The temporal wizard, you're just going to want to dash straight forward past it, otherwise you're going to be screwed. If it transforms you and it eats you, unlike the eggplant wizard, you die. Alright, so then there's this section here. There's going to be 3 mini gauntlets. Each of them have 3 enemies. And as you'll notice, I used the lightweights, and that's simply because these are long-ass carpets. That lightweight will last you for the first 2. And then you just need to get across this last carpet by yourself. Which we should be able to do. Should be able to. Now, I will note that if you're doing old file, that orange that I just killed off will appear. However, you won't need to defeat it due to not being able to kill it. Once you defeat those 3 enemies, you can use a tirelessness. And then just run straight up the stairs into that door, and you'll be able to take on Medusa. After a whole bunch of shit. Alright, this is the fight against Medusa. There's going to be a little cutscene right here. So you're going to fire some shots at her to begin with. And as you'll notice, I was able to fire off a couple shots there. You're going to want to try to hit her as quickly as possible. And then that way you can skip some animation that she has. I don't know if shooting down the eyes gets you over here quicker. It just feels like it to me, so I run with it.
So big that it's hard to get a feel for which shots will hit her.
And now, as you'll see, we're starting to hit her again. So after you hit her there, just throw your stylus to the right as far as possible,
Now's your chance.
and you'll start nicking her that way. Eventually, you'll be able to get her in this position. Just swirl around as she starts firing her shots, and she will go into this last phase here. With the eye.
Now this is the Medusa.
Now, just don't stop firing. Just keep firing as much as possible, and keep aiming for the eye, which is basically your weak spot.
You must overcome the darkness of the underworld with light.
The fight against evil ends
She'll
here.
eventually float back to her body.
Now pick the eye.
Gotta wait for her to do that. And that's a GG. Once that is done, there's going to be a little cutscene here that we cannot skip. Can't hit start through it, can't press A, can't press any of that. So all you need to do is wait. Speaking of waiting, I'm about to plug in my phone for a second because I need to charge it. So give me just a sec as I turn on that sound. It's a lovely sound effect, right? It calms down eventually. But yeah, I really do like this cutscene. Everything just kind of withers away into a brand new day. This part, though. This part is pretty damn good and threw me for a loop the first time around. So just watch.
We really did it!
Congratulations! I know it wasn't always easy.
Oh, but it was so worth it. With the world at peace again, even the sun feels warmer.
Aw, you're so cute, Pit.
Just making fun of shipping right there.
Now wait just a second.
Huh?
Did you hear something?
I said wait just a second.
Got to be hearing things.
Hades?
Who's Hades?
The true master of the underworld.
Sorry to keep you waiting, but now that I'm here, let's get this party started. Welcome to my underworld, Pretty Pat. You too, Pretty Palatate.
I'm honored you know who I am.
So this little angel took down Big Bad Medusa all by himself. What an accomplishment. Goodness, you should put this on your resume.
What's with this guy?
But before you do, you should know that I whipped up that Medusa especially for you.
Wait, how?
Add a pinch of memories to a ton of souls. Put them in a blender and hit frappe.
Explain yourself!
Her thirst for revenge was so great it seemed a shame to let it go to waste. Oh, Pretty Valentina, you must have done a real number on her.
I won't deny that.
She's old news, and old news bores me. We must look to the future. That future is me, the true leader of the underworld. Next to me, little Miss Medusa's going to look like a sweet, cuddly bunny.
No, this can't be happening.
I must bid you adieu.
God, I love him. Just an A+ villain, in my personal opinion. Alright, now, as you'll see here, there's a little icon. Technically, you can run through this chapter with or without 3 sacred treasures. However, because I'm showing this off in a new file format, we're going to be doing it with the 3 sacred treasures. So, if you take a look at our splits here, we're going to want to try to do this in as close to 18 minutes as possible, due to the about 30 seconds it takes for menuing. So, without further ado, let's begin. And in this air section, just kill everything. Kill everything possible.
Equipped!
Alright, let's go, Pit.
Are you ready for the final battle, Pit?
It's now or never.
For this final battle, you're equipped with the 3 sacred treasures.
Using the Pegasus wings and Power Flight at the same time seems like overkill.
Who knows how reliable the Pegasus wings are after all this time? I've turned them off.
Understood.
See, the funny thing is that if you don't take the weapons, she'll say that she brought the Pegasus wings just in case.
The arrows of light to
But if you do bring them, she says that they're unreliable. It's kinda weird, to be honest.
I'm taking you in. Look at those trail tails throwing lines.
Or trails, right?
Maybe.
Probably.
You're right,
I
Pit.
don't advise shooting for a little bit. The shoot flies here will react to your fire.
But we're on 0.0, so who gives a
I
fuck?
think they're onto me.
Just kill everything. Plus you get healing right afterwards, so really, who cares if you shoot there or not?
The entrance to the underworld should be up ahead.
Alright, I'm ready for it.
Them from Thanatos works.
Watch out for Oryns ahead.
Boom.
You see that?
The arrows of light are the only thing that are able to kill off the Orn. So it is nice in that regard. If you were doing an old file, you would want to just hug this top left corner while you're going through the
Gem is shiny.
Orns.
Good to go. Get ready.
In other words, dodge the Orns like crazy if you're doing old file.
The underworld.
Finally made it.
Easy enough to defeat.
Well, we are on their home field.
Home or away?
A fight to win.
In your past adventures, the underworld was where you died the most, right?
Oh, absolutely. The difficulty level was just brutal. I'll brace for the worst.
Nice solid way to poke fun at the original right there.
The metal bats and boogeties resist everything, even arrows of light.
Ha.
Be careful.
I can never kill off that enemy that has the shield face.
What are you doing? The same thing you're doing. Pummeling
I can with claws, but because of how the bow's home, they'll always end up hitting the face of that enemy, so you can't kill off that enemy with the bows.
fighting.
It's weird how that happens.
It's nice of you to show up, too. But I can handle this on my own.
You're not on your own, Pit.
Pit, if you were trying to handle this on your own, tell me, how would you fly here? Explain that much. And who would give you the powers? Who would do that? Who would do that for you? Because let me tell you, it ain't you. You've made it this far.
You better watch your back.
Isn't that just precious?
Guess it's all that hot air that keeps you flying. You are, darling.
But you'll need more of a bluster to defeat me.
This isn't bluster. In the name of the goddess of light, I will.
Oh, here's that air battle boss I was talking about. So there's gonna be 8 sections that you have to defeat.
Won't be keeping me out.
Just shoot them down nice and easy. If you get that early fly, it's not too bad.
Why aren't
But
they
preferably you don't want to fly at all.
Well, it is a boss.
so annoying?
But there's gonna be a couple sections of this where he fires off those shields and then does a little sprint through the sky like that. So just keep firing away. Eventually it'll get to a thing where it's like 3 to 4 shields in a row. And that'll be the last one that you have to do. And you'll know it's the end because of the very specific thing that happens, but I'm not spoiling.
Yeah! Patu!
This is also why I call bullshit on the 5 minutes thing by Palutena, because look at the time.
And that's how you take out a boss.
This is gonna run over 5 minutes.
Kicking isn't usually this effective.
It didn't take us over 10 seconds to get out the door,
Pitu's right. We
so
should
that's
go,
why I call
even if it
bullshit.
means taking orders from him.
Thanks, Patu.
Please stop calling me that.
Pit, get ready to go in.
Shenanigans 101, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so we're gonna have about 13 minutes to do everything on the ground, which I think we could do, to be honest. Let's start with the Twin Bellows door.
Finally here.
Look at these boss statues.
Hug to the right,
Seems like
and
each
go in.
statue has a corresponding door.
Then once we get in here, we're gonna want to hug to the
Where I had my
left,
first battle.
You've really come a long way since then, haven't you?
and then hug to the right. We're gonna want to let off a couple shots there, just so we can get in this door. I mean, yes, we're gonna be tired out, but we recover in time.
Yeah, I figured that part out. Got any other ideas of what I should do next?
You have to defeat it to advance. Dodge to avoid
Nice.
getting hurt and go in for melee attacks when you can.
Aye, aye, Lady Palutena. Miss me.
Alright, and go. Alright, and then we'll go up. If you're running this on old file, honestly, each of these little sections should take about a minute at most. And that's not an exaggeration. It should literally take about a minute.
All right.
Alright. Don't we just go in here?
Twin bellows. Good boy. Old Pit's gonna teach you even. Good dog.
Alright, so there goes Twin Bellows. Dying about 3 minutes after in any file
I'm back at the castle entrance.
for chapter 1.
Look, a statue has crumbled.
Hug to the left, and we'll go into the huge draw door. And then again, we're going to want to hug to the right.
Oh, this place again.
This looks like where you fought the Hudra.
So this whole town is some kind of illusion?
It's
Yes.
as real as I am. I built it myself using your and the Hudra.
It's funny because she's fake.
That's because you don't know what the original town looked like.
No matter. Your
Oh, Pit.
There's an ether ring. Why don't you try it out?
I don't want it, Palutena. Did you think about what I want to do, Palutena?
Head into that well.
Alright, let's move. I usually end up getting hit by that with the bow, so it's kind of nice to avoid it.
The Hudra is behind that door.
You draw! Your chances of winning are lower than your belly button, which is really low.
Bam! Okay, that's good RNG for this.
Of course I am. If we defeat Medusa, we save the world.
Alright, and then... boom. Now, hopefully we can get through Pandora as quickly as possible, because you can see we're already getting close to that 10-minute mark, which is not the
Just one more
best.
to go before Medusa.
It is probably going to leak into the 10-minute mark by the time we finish Pandora, though.
Now this is one place
I feel like we've been going as quickly as possible, though, so try not to psych yourself out if you see that amount of time going.
Whoa! What just happened?
I think you just used a warp of some sort.
Because we're now a magician. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of lost track of the
Kinds of turns
area
around.
for a
You
second.
seem to be passing between the floor and ceiling. How very strange.
You're telling me.
Alright, I need to keep moving, so I'm just gonna do this.
Hey, a secret area.
You're one step closer
I
to
missed.
getting out of this
Damn it.
place.
That is nice. Didn't realize I could do that. And we also ended up skipping Orn as well, so even better. Hey, Pit, move. Easy enough.
Pandora! Ready for round two?
Seems Medusa couldn't make her talk.
What do you mean?
I mean, that's
That was a little bit on the sloppy side. But at the same time, we have about 8 minutes here. 8 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm watching my friend raise fireplace in Fortnite while I'm recording this.
nicely done, Pit. You've destroyed all 3 statues.
Then it's time to destroy Medusa.
The path to Medusa is back the way you first came in.
How's that even possible?
And I like how Palutena just does not dignify that with her response.
Respond to shots being fired.
Fuck the shoot flies, I need a move, lady.
I find it very ironic that you would call yourself the goddess of light.
Shut up.
After all, it was you who turned me into a monster. It was you who hunted me down.
You shouldn't blame me for that. I only reflected in your
You shouldn't blame me for hunting you down.
And what about your heart?
A plus logic there, Palutena.
Why just imagine it? Don't you have the power to make it a reality?
There's no point. We all know it would be some sort of hideous creature.
You shut your mouth, Medusa! Lady Palutena is nothing like you! Who turns people to stone and poisons the ritual?
Damn, this thing's hitting good.
Who reduces cities to rubble? And who is leading the underworld destruction of the land and heavens? Not Lady Palutena.
I feel like this rises up like super slowly.
Medusa. But what I don't get is how you managed to resurrect yourself in the first place.
Boom.
Suppose I don't understand how that happened either.
Don't play dumb with me.
I don't remember what happened. My memories aren't what they were.
That sucked.
You're slipping, Medusa.
Okay,
Your mind isn't all there anymore.
let's go.
And I can sense that your life force is weaker than it used to be. Twin Bellows, Hudra, Pandora, and Thanatos have all been defeated.
Damn right they have. Damn right.
Stay in this castle. I
All with some lovely, lovely claws.
Don't be ridiculous.
Besides,
It hardly matters how the master turned.
what matters is why. To get...
Revenge
Oh,
on you.
do exact revenge. Sorry.
Angel into stone is a nice first step.
Threaten all you want.
You don't scare me.
I will put an end to you. I'll return return to Skyworld victorious!
Sure you will, Pit. Sure you will. Nah, I'm just kidding, he will. What I want to know is if I can use a power to skip this part of a grind rail and just go straight to that platform. I'll probably be exploring that on my own time, but if I can, if I would save a couple seconds there to save at least.
I can sense you getting closer, Pit.
Ew.
There's nowhere left for you to run!
You know, I'm very much looking forward to your arrival. I feel like we're
Hanzo waiting for her prince.
Sorry to break it to you, but those aren't exactly golden locks on your head.
and you're not exactly a brave hero.
Wow!
All of our confrontation fills me
Alright, just
with
tug this left wall and over to here.
I'll strip you of your wings
And
sever
Orn.
you from the heavens forever.
I don't think so.
Alright, easy enough. Alright, we're gonna sit right here. Not gonna lie, did not think that was gonna work. I thought I hit that a second too early.
There's a path somewhere.
This would be another area where I would want to skip if I could. It might be worth exploring. Maybe with the angelic missile. I'll have to see. And Flamey Diamond. There we go.
There are hidden platforms nearby that you can jump on. First, reveal the platforms, then
Alright,
dash
let's
up
go
to a
across
ledge and
here.
jump.
Well, that's easy.
Thought I was about to fall. And then over here. Tempora Wizard.
Heck is that?
It's a temporal wizard.
A temporal wizard?
If he decoys
Wizard.
you, keep your we're getting close to Medusa. Be careful not to fall.
Thanks, Palutena. I almost called her Medusa for like half a second there. Okay. Let's go across here. And slide. Alright, cool. Then there's just this last one over here. And with this, we're just gonna do a forward dash.
Used to be the final guard.
The last step before Medusa's defeat.
There's an Arenas nearby. They split into two halves that you can take out one at a time.
And tirelessness, go. Alright, so we're gonna have about 2 minutes to defeat Medusa. It's pretty nice, all things considered. It's pretty good. And there is even opportunity to make that even quicker. Which again, I'd love to be able to explore. I could see a couple potential uses for the angelic missile.
I'm going to try to get you closer.
If I can figure that out,
Medusa's using her powers.
I'll probably notify it in the description or in the comment section, one of the two. Probably the comment section, because I know people like to scroll there during videos. And if I do it as a pin, it'll be easier to see. Instead of people having to run into the description, scroll through, check up on the video, see if there's anything there. Yeah, it'll probably just be a description thing.
Wow. Warping that huge body must be a real...
Now's your
Must be a real
The good news is that I've chained Medusa's legs in place for you. The bad news
kinky.
is that you'll have to
Okay.
get up close and personal with her.
And then there's this lady.
Medusa, I remember.
She's hideous.
I can't believe she's still fighting like this. But this
You
is
better
not
believe it.
You must overcome the darkness of the underworld with light.
The fight against evil ends here.
Alright, we'll let her get on the body. Ah, pause. Oh, it's backspace. Right. I forget that, like, every time. Like, I jam the P button. It's like, why is this not pausing? Anyway, that was 17 minutes, 27 seconds. Which would have saved about a minute there. Was saved about a minute. So, we did pretty good, all things considered. In fact, that we could save possibly even more time. It's pretty damn exciting. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. My name is Joeypals, and next time we're going to be going through Chapter 10. Sorry, we're going to be going through Chapter 10, The Phoenix. It is a lot quicker. It is definitely a lot quicker if you take a look at those 2 times. So, compare 10 minutes to the about 20 here. It's pretty simple. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, this is Joeypals signing out. See ya!